3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. Now Heineke. His throw incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Play action. They'll throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they didn't give him much run after catch.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completion left side to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And this is incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And some room to maneuver. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And some room to roam now. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So maybe not the smoothest attempt you'll ever see, Charles, but he sliced it in off the uprights, and it's 3 points all the same.
Hey, they don't give you 4 if it's right down the middle. Like you said, the ball was slicing pretty sharply, but he got it to bank in, and that's all that matters.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They stay on the ground with Khan. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Looking to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Texan first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The numbers there for Cobb a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. On fourth down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you think.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Angelo Blackson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Whoa, shifty. Whoa. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now back to throw. Room here to run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 69 yards.
And that touchdown was his 1st of the year, and you know he's eager to get more of those. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll look to throw here, and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down. That's Cobb. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now here's a carry heading left. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up, because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on a return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Bust through the tackle. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. A reminder, coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first-half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Green 39.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fights him off. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. For his running back, and he's got him complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
As they run the counter play. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. On the return, this is Haney. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Texans haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Steelers have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. 1st and 10. Miller's going to make the catch, but fumble here. after the fumble. The pass is complete near the sideline. And after the short pass, he'll score as they take a 7-0 lead. Texans have the football early in the first. The pass will be caught over the middle, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown. Texans tied up at 7. Texans take it early in the second. Cobb's going to duck out to the left, and he'll run it in from 52 yards out. The Texans go up by 4. Steelers take over late in the second. The catch is made after a quick pass, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Traffic there, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a carry for Cobb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Cobb again. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And give him a full 10 yards there, 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run. This is Cobb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's go!
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Checking things elsewhere, 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Titans who have scored to grab the lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin the drive on the ground with Cobb. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Haynes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rally quickly on the defensive end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Heineke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And that is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run with Cobb. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. second down and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on that first glance, I thought he got it easily. But the mark was not a real favorable one. As it turns out, they do give him the first down, but that was very close to going the other way.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Webster. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's got room. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And shaping up to be a bit of a shocker, the Vikings have the lead. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Cobb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Angelo Blackson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Panthers have scored to extend their lead. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And this one's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now it's Haney. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On third down, that's Cobb looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. Taking it about the 16. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
First up, offense.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Give him 27 yards that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green!
Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Justin Hunter, the one he was searching for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And incomplete here on third down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
They'll set up to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Texans, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.